One. Hi, this is Di, the bass playing mom, and I thought today we would compare two of my basses. There has been some controversy in the comments. I had someone who was sure that I had the date of acquiring my bass wrong because he had seen it in a previous video before that date, when in fact I have two basses that look similar, that have similar names, and he was getting confused with which was which. I thank you for whoever in the comments straightened him out on that. I appreciate it. But now I thought that I would actually compare them side by side, which I don't remember ever doing, like personally. And that way, if you're shopping for a short scale Fender bass, you can compare the two and see which bass is perfect for you. First, we have my circa 2003-2004 Fender Mustang CIJ bass. It has 19 frets, has two knobs, tone and volume, and it has this bridge. The strings actually feed through the back, and it is shiny on the back of the neck. Yeah, and this split coil pickup. So let's see what's different between this one and my newer bass. And I got this bass in December of 2018, and it is a PJ bass. It has both the precision and the jazz pickups. So it has two knobs and a switch to go back and forth between the precision and the jazz pickups. It is not shiny on the neck, and the strings do not feed through the bass to the back. So let's literally look at them side by side. So one difference you should see right away is that one bass is in this creamy white color and the other is sonic blue. Can you see the difference in the color? This on my right, your left, is sonic blue, this very, very light blue color. And this bass on my left, your right, is a beigey creamy white. Can you see the difference? A lot of people get very confused and swear that this bass is white, but it is not. And you can totally see it when you put them side by side. Also compare the pick guard. I'm pretty sure that this is white, where this is the sonic blue. You can see that the bridge is different. The strings feed through the back on this one. They don't through this one. Pickups definitely look different. The split coils on here are very small. The split coils here are much larger. And then it also has the precision pickup. I would say the pick guards are very similar, if not exactly the same. The knobs look to be pretty much or exactly the same, but this one has a switch, where this one does not have a switch. The back, this one has where the strings come through the back. This one does not. Strings don't come through the back. And then you see the necks. The neck on the newer bass has this inlaid wood where there isn't anything inlaid on the older bass. This one is shiny, and this one is more of a flat. It's more of a satin finish. The Fender head looks just about exactly the same to me. Obviously this one's shinier than this one. The logos and the tuning pegs look the same to me. This is kind of funny. I have black tape on these. They picked up so much reflective light on stage that was reflecting on the screen. So I added some tape so that I would stop laser shooting everyone on stage. Let's compare the frets and the fretboards. Now see, to me those look exactly the same. Is the inlay the same? Yeah, I think the inlay is the same. Oh, look at this. This, you can see where the rod is that goes through the neck to the body. See that? Where you don't see anything on the top of this one. Those of you who are experts in these things, in the comments down below, tell me, does that mean that there is no rod that goes through this one? It only goes through this newer bass? The PJ bass versus the CIJ? So, yeah. I would be curious to know about the construction. So now I'm going to talk about my preference between these two basses. Let's start with the CIJ bass. I have to say my preference is the bridge. I do like the bridge better on this one. I like that the strings feed through the back. It takes a medium scale string instead of a short scale string, and I like that. That is very cool to me. If you know why it matters, you please let me know, but it is my preference. That is what I really like. I do like that about this bass better than the other bass. But in regards to my new bass, I prefer to play it. I prefer this bass because, one, I think it sounds better with the pickups. This is a passive bass, it's not active, and so it can sometimes not put out as much sound as you want to put out. And I've noticed that having both of these sets of pickups on, it really picks up a bolder and louder sound. And so I prefer this bass because of the pickups. The second reason I prefer it is because I do like this less shiny finish for moving my thumb up and down the fretboard, well, the back of the fretboard, right? And then my other preference is this bass because they used different technology, I think, to line this bass. And so I have not had any trouble with hum. I get hum off of that bass no matter what I seem to do, especially off the lights, but I get no hum off this bass. So it is my preference because it sounds so good. Here is the one thing I want to check out. This bass has a pretty terrible nosedive. And I put that on Fender. That's something they could have fixed. You can put weights inside of one end of the bass to keep it from nosediving. And this bass will nosedive. So if you're just standing in rehearsal, you need to have one hand on the bass all the time or it does this. And that can make you nervous at rehearsal that the bass is gonna hit something. And so that is one thing I don't like about this bass, is the nosedive. On the CIJ, let's see how the nosedive is. Now the strap's different, which could be a factor, but no, it's balanced. Why, Fender? Why? Why did you balance this bass but not balance the PJ bass? I don't know. My preference is a balanced bass. I mean, why would you want it to be not balanced? Let's take a second and compare how the basses sound. This is the PJ bass. And this is comparing it to the CIJ. I changed no settings. Both basses are set the same. How do they sound to you? Do they sound the same? Do they sound different? Is it hard to tell? I don't know. I just know which one I prefer to play. What would you prefer if you were to buy a short scale bass? Would you get the CIJ or the PJ bass? Let me know down in the comments. To check out more videos about my basses, click right here, or a video that YouTube picked out just for you.